Let me share the events unfolding in Leicester on Christmas Eve, 2014. Listen closely to the story of Sameena Imam, a 34-year-old woman who exudes confidence and independence. Residing in Cardiff, Wales, Sameena serves as the marketing manager at Costco Warehouses, overseeing operations across multiple central England cities. Her role brings her immense satisfaction and a comfortable income, yet she feels a void in her personal life. To her family and friends, Sameena appears content, but unbeknownst to them, she grapples with loneliness. For the past 2 years, Sameena conceals a secret romance with Roger Cooper, a 41-year-old colleague from the Coventry Costco branch she occasionally visits. Roger has steadily climbed the corporate ladder to become a manager. Their relationship remains hidden for 2 primary reasons. Roger is committed to a long-term partner of 10 years, and both fear the repercussions from management. Costco strictly prohibits relationships between managers and staff, adding pressure to keep their affair under wraps. Sameena deeply cares for Roger and yearns to share her happiness with her loved ones. However, maintaining secrecy becomes increasingly burdensome. She longs for a genuine, open relationship and pressures Roger to end his relationship with Susan, his partner. Sameena issues an ultimatum. Either Roger breaks up with Susan by the end of 2014 or their relationship ends. Roger assures her that his relationship with Susan is over and that they will officially be together by Christmas, filling Sameena with newfound joy. To commemorate this pivotal moment, Sameena books a luxurious hotel room in Birmingham, 30 kilometers from Coventry, spending over £500 for a 2-day stay. She reserves a table at the hotel's restaurant for an extraordinary dinner, eager to make the occasion unforgettable. Sameena plans to enjoy these special days with Roger before traveling to London on December 26th to visit her family as promised. On December 24th, around 4 p.m., Sameena and Roger depart work separately to avoid raising suspicions. Sameena heads to Marks & Spencer, purchasing chocolates and a bottle of balsamic vinegar. She then calls her sister to check on their mother's recovery from a recent surgery and confirms her plans to visit the family home the next day. 2 days later, Sameena's family anxiously awaits her arrival, but she never appears. She doesn't respond to phone calls or text messages, prompting her worried family to report her missing. About a week later, investigators reach out to Roger Cooper. Despite their efforts to keep the relationship hidden, some acquaintances inform the police about Sameena and Roger's affair. A friend reveals that neither Sameena nor Roger checked into the Birmingham hotel on Christmas Eve. The room stayed vacant for 2 days. When questioned, Roger claims his relationship with Sameena ended some time ago. However, Sameena refuses to give up on him, insisting they try again and pushing him to join her at the hotel. A close friend denies knowing anything about their supposed breakup, contradicting Roger's statements. During the interrogation, Roger presents a message from Sameena dated December 24th, around 4 p.m., where she expresses frustration and plans to go somewhere meaningful. Despite Roger's denials, evidence mounts against him and his brother, David Cooper. Sameena's BMW is discovered near Luton, 100 kilometers from Coventry, with no signs of her belongings or fingerprints inside. The driver's seat is adjusted too far back for Sameena's height, suggesting someone else drove the car. Investigators delve deeper, examining Sameena's mobile phone records, which show she deviated from her planned route to Birmingham and headed to Leicester instead. Coincidentally, Roger also visits Leicester after work, with both their phones logging similar locations and times, indicating they may have traveled together. The police search David Cooper's cluttered home, finding a bottle of balsamic vinegar Sameena purchased on December 24th. Additionally, a train ticket from Luton to Leicester is found in David's car, dated January 4th, the day Sameena's car was discovered abandoned. Both brothers are arrested on suspicion of Sameena's murder. Roger denies any involvement, claiming he spent Christmas with David in Coventry and returned home without knowing Sameena's whereabouts. However, items belonging to Sameena are found at David's house, undermining his claims. David recounts that after Roger left his house, a woman he didn't know knocked on the door, inquiring about Roger. Assuming it was Roger returning, David opens the door, but it's actually the woman he had an affair with. She questions Roger's whereabouts, and despite David not inviting her in, she sits on the sofa. David, who served in the military and owns chloroform, uses it to incapacitate Sameena, believing it will give Roger time to escape. Tragically, Sameena loses consciousness and never wakes up. Panicked, David packs her body into a sleeping bag and contacts his friend Ben to dispose of it in the woods. When the plan fails as Sameena's car breaks down and she safely checks into a hotel by taxi, the brothers attempt to cover their tracks. Less than 2 weeks later, they try again on December 24th. Sameena and Roger leave work separately, but Sameena soon joins Roger in his car. They drive to David's house in Leicester, where Roger departs to Coventry, leaving David to carry out the grim task. Toxicology reports reveal a lethal mix of metals in Sameena's system, suggesting she was poisoned post-mortem. Despite meticulous planning, the detectives uncover the truth through phone records, CCTV footage, and number plate recognition systems. On January 16th, Sameena's body is found on David's lot, wrapped and buried. Both brothers maintain their innocence, but the evidence overwhelmingly points to their guilt. In August 2015, the trial concludes with Roger and David being convicted of Sameena's murder. They receive sentences of at least 30 years in prison, showing no remorse. Sameena's family is left heartbroken, unable to comprehend how someone they love so dearly could betray and take her life. Her father, Imam Dean, expresses profound grief, mourning the loss of his vibrant daughter and struggling to imagine life without her. The tragic case of Sameena Imam underscores the devastating impact of deceit and betrayal, leaving lasting scars on her loved ones.